Time for a UAE Healthy Kidney 10K race in Central Park. You know, stayed up a little late yesterday drinking, but it should be okay. I'm not trying to come in first place, just finish so I can qualify for 2018's marathon. But as tough as it was to get up and come out and run today, quite possibly the best thing happened this morning. While I was walking to get my bib, I felt the tap on my shoulder and turned around, and there were two people there, a woman and a man, and they looked at me and they were like, "You don't know us, but we watch your vlog." And it was so great to meet fans of both Emma and I. It really has made this the perfect start to the day. So as just a half hour ago I felt discouraged and really didn't want to do this run or even come outside, I'm energized. I'm really happy. You know, we see view counts on the channel, but we never meet you guys. So it was the perfect time to meet someone. Hopefully I'm given the opportunity, and Emma's given the opportunity, to meet more people out there that actually watch our channel. It was great. So I'm ready to go. This is gonna be a great 10K race. It's a beautiful day. It's high 40s. I think by the time the race is done, it should be in the mid 50s. So I'm hydrated, ready to go. Let's get this 10K over and done with. Wow, that was great. I got a medal. I didn't know this was a medal race. I don't remember ever taking this race before. I felt good. Besides the fact that I'm dressed for winter, I really should have just worn shorts and a tank top, because I run hot normally, and it being 50 degrees now, I really feel like it's 70 for me. But besides that, it was fantastic. It was, like I said earlier, really great meeting that couple who, unfortunately, their names escape me at the moment. But it was great. I think we're gonna try and meet up with them during the Japan run when Emma's doing that one. All right, there was a shirt that I could have gotten for this race, but I have a lot of running shirts as it is, and that drawer is beyond full. All right, now I gotta find out how I can cross the race and get home. So, been home ever since my run.
Yep.
And just kind of took it easy.
That's good,
right?
because we're gonna have a crazy couple days.
We are gonna have a crazy couple days. I watched the Louis C.K. show on Netflix.
I watched Critical Role.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
What, Louis C.K.? No. Louis C.K. was hilarious.
I thought you were just commenting about our show.
Well, yes. No, but mine was hilarious. I had a great time with it. You were just like...
Mine had a lot of action.
I guess for you, it was too over-the-top, non-PC, the Louis C.K.
So I had read an article on The Atlantic about it, so I just hadn't... I did not necessarily want to watch it. So I let Eric watch it.
Emma's uncomfortable with certain types of comedy. Yeah. It's just not her thing. I grew up listening to Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor.
Okay.
Just people that really crossed the line.
Push the boundaries.
Yeah. I thought Louis C.K. was hilarious. You watched Critical Role. And what was amazing is I actually thought she might have been watching some kind of comedy show, because she was cracking up.
Oh my god, it was so good.
Clapping at one point.
There was a round of applause at one point.
It was
And then Eric asked me about it, and I had to reenact everything that happened.
Right.
It was. Did I do a good reenactment?
Really, when you reenacted the dragon, that was beautiful.
Dragon. What are you talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about then. But yeah, your reenactment of laughing and clapping was
Shut up.
spot on.
Oh my
It
God.
was. I mean, because you didn't clap like this or anything.
Stop it.
You like.
Stop it.
You did your thing. Good job. Good job with it.
I'm not giving you a high
getting a
five,
high five for that.
being mean.
Emma got something today. This one right here.
It's getting serious, guys.
It's getting really serious. She got a bunch. She got a. What did you get exactly?
It's a starter set.
She got a D&D starter set.
It's basically you can play a campaign without having to have all the player handbooks and the DM guide and everything. They build out your character sheet. They have 5 character sheets that come pre-built. Basically, it is a starter set for anyone who is a true beginner to D&D. And since I'll be playing in May, I honestly wanted to have a couple books that I could read, and I didn't want to spend $30 on the player guide yet, so I don't know why I didn't want to spend $30 on the player guide.
You will.
Okay.
You will, but you feel like this is like a good
Yeah.
entry into things. I'm glad you got something to keep you busy and hold you over until you get the actual
Well,
guide.
I don't have anybody to play with, but at least I can read through the shortened version of the player manual, so I have a better understanding when I go into my first one. And if I ever get enough people on my own, I could actually DM something, and that is a full DM guide, so that it's like for a beginner. They say, so I started reading the starter set, and on the very first page it says, someone needs to be the dungeon master for your first play experience. Since you're reading this, you're a good candidate to be the DM.
Can I ask you a question?
That's fantastic, because I really want to DM one day.
That was my question. Is that your overall
Oh my god,
goal
yes.
to
I
DM
want to
one
be
day?
God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Someone has a god complex.
No, I just mean like, it's really cool to be able to have control over everything that's happening. I have a feeling, from knowing myself and from knowing how I am when I play with cooperative games with other people, I have a tendency to want to lead the party.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Would you have a D&D game with terrain, or is it just...
D&D isn't terrain though.
But I mean, like,
it can
I like the
be.
visual aspect.
So if you're in combat and you are in a situation that you need to see where you are, yes, there needs to be a map. So most DMs have maps drawn, and you have miniatures that you use in order to show, okay, if you're in, let's take Critical Role for example. I just watched an episode where they are in a stronghold, and there's like corridors and rooms, and they're investigating, and everything was covered up when they first entered the stronghold because they couldn't see all the rooms, and as they go through, things are revealed to them.
Okay, what I'm
Just
saying,
like you
is
would
that
if
a 3D thing, or is it a piece of paper?
It is a piece of paper with miniatures
Would
sitting on it
you-
with hexes, so with squares, so you can see how far you can move. If
Would
you
you have 3D terrain that you would slowly put down?
No.
Okay, it's good to know.
At the moment, no.
Gotcha.
Because I personally would probably really enjoy drawing the maps. I don't necessarily think I would enjoy, I mean, sure, I can use 3D stuff to build a terrain out, but there's something fun about getting a big sheet of paper and being like, okay, how do I want to build this fortress? And like drawing it out. And that appeals to the artist in me. Like there's a lot about that really
it's
appeals
interesting that
to me.
you're a two-dimensional artist and not a three-dimensional artist.
I
But
have
we'll
always
see.
been a two-dimensional
We'll see.
artist.
We'll see, because 3D is new to you. Let's see what happens. Tomorrow we are bringing Dex to my mom's in Staten
Yep.
Island. We're catching a late afternoon flight.
Yep, we're going to New Orleans for 4 days.
It should be fun.
3.5 days.
We will be documenting as much as possible.
No, we will not. We will be documenting the parts where we're sober, which means it's not going to be.
That's what I meant, as much as possible. I don't know if I'm going to be drinking heavily. We'll see what happens.
When you have the opportunity to drink in public with no fear of reprisal,
I had
you
that on a
don't-
cruise, and I was perfectly fine. I also
says the guy who started drinking at 9 a.m.
but I was fine. We'll see. We have video evidence of me being fine. We're gonna see what happens. I can hold my drinks a little bit better than you, but 24/7 won't be documented. But there will be documentation.
documentation.
I'm pretty excited.
I'm excited to take him. He's never been before. I have been. I was technically born there. but I moved when I was 2 months old.
So you know.
So but I went back 2 years ago for the very first time. So that was, I would say, my first trip, and I fell in love with the city. And since then, I have, in fact, desperately wanted Eric to go. If you guys remember last year in May, I worked out every single day in May in order to win this trip that has taken a year to come to fruition. So it's been a while. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited that it's happening, and I cannot wait to get him there, and he's gonna eat so much food.
I'm excited.
Some of it he will not be excited about, but will be delicious.
I don't get excited about things until
He's never
I'm there.
excited until he's actually there. So
Right.
I've been excited for like a week, and he's like, yeah, okay,
We'll see
whatever.
how when we get there. It's gonna be fun. Beyond that, I'm gonna say the highlight of my day was meeting Alina. Hopefully, I'm saying her name correctly, and Victor.
So Eric told me about this, and I was so jealous that I wasn't
So
there.
jealous.
So can I tell the story?
Sure.
Did you
sure.
tell the story earlier?
I didn't tell your story that
Okay.
you said a long time
So
ago.
a long time ago, Eric asked me when I would feel like we had arrived as a YouTube channel, and he was like, "How many subscribers?" And I'm like, "It's not about subscribers."
Right. Well, I said, you know, what would it be like when we reach
1,000.
10,000
Right,
subscribers?
which we're getting pretty close to 1,000, guys. So
We are.
Thanks for subscribing. That's amazing.
But I was like, when we get there,
This
would
is
you?
when we were like 250.
Right. This is where
Long time ago.
long
when
time ago.
When I first started my vlog in the beginning of 2016.
Right. I was like, would you then feel like you are a YouTuber? Not yeah, but you're a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Would it be take 1,000, 10,000? What would it take? What number would it take for you to feel like a YouTuber?
And my response to you was, it's not a number. It's not about the subscribers. It's if someone comes up to me in public and says, "Oh my God, you're Emma, you're from YouTube," that would be the moment for me. And Eric had that moment today, and I am so sad that I wasn't actually there to experience that moment. So I still have to have that moment at some point, and I'm really glad that he had it, because it means we're making an impact and like people are really watching what we're doing. It was he told me the story, and I was just dumbfounded. My brain exploded. I was so amazed and so thankful and so jealous. Like, there were so many emotions running through me that I couldn't even handle it. That being said, I have not personally had that moment yet, so it'll happen.
You're gonna meet them though. You're meeting them.
I know, but they've already met you
Right,
now, so
right,
it doesn't
right.
count. It needs to be like someone we haven't met before who comes up to me just out
And
in the
recognizes
world,
you.
recognizes me and says, "You're that girl from Conditioned Nerd," or "You're Emma," or something. And like, it could be someone who we talk to on comments all the time, but it's someone that I have not personally met.
Let me say, I had, and maybe it's silly to some people out there, but I had the biggest smile on my face.
I bet. You ran pretty fast.
I ran pretty fast. And I believe that they beat me. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah.
We both got the same time, roughly, a few seconds off, but I think they beat me. But I had the biggest smile on my face. It was humbling. It was
sure.
inspiring.
Sure.
It was a mix of emotions.
I'm so jealous.
And I mean, what I loved was, so when I met them, like, they stopped me, tapped me on the shoulder, and like, you know, Victor was like, she saw you and was like, "There's Eric," and they came over, and you know, we hugged, we shook hands, and
You
they
took selfies.
we took selfies. She looked excited. He seemed happy. But really, it was like I told Emma, what I see in Emma when she bumps into some like
when I met Chris Hardwick for the
Chris
first time.
Hardwick.
Oh.
Not that I'm Chris
Oh
Hardwick.
my God, it was amazing. I was like walking and he was there.
All
and
right,
I'm like,
all right, okay.
Oh my God.
Whoa. It was nothing like that for her. But I
But
think
that emotion.
that emotion of like, oh my goodness, this is someone that I've never met in person,
Yeah.
but I kind of know stuff about them. And it was just, it was an amazing experience. It really was. I honestly think, as happy as they seemed, I think I was a little more happy. I was
That's awesome.
I was more shocked and like blown away.
That's so cool.
This is a city of
That's so
8 million
cool.
people.
the likelihood of running into someone you know, actually it happens a lot, but
It does.
someone you don't know, I mean, the likelihood that you're gonna do that is pretty slim.
It was amazing. Like I said, I question putting things on YouTube. I tell you guys, but I question it a lot more than I actually express on camera. But it kind of like lifted me. And at one point, Victor said, and maybe I heard incorrectly, but I could have sworn he said to tell you that I inspired her to run, because the first video they ever watched was the marathon video that I put up on when Emma was vlogging. And this was their 4th run, and they seemed so happy, like they ran together,
Yeah.
they crossed the finish line together, and she even said, she goes, it was such a great moment for them, crossing the line shoulder to shoulder.
That's crazy.
And I was just, once again, just meeting them, I was so happy for them.
That's awesome.
It was
That's awesome.
amazing. So thank you
Thank you so much.
to you guys, to all of you who watch and subscribe
It's
and
an
like.
amazing feeling. And
It really
if you
is.
run into me in public, please say hi.
Say hi. She needs someone to say hi to her. Say hi.
It'll be that moment for me, and you will be that person who is the person who says hi to me, and you'll totally get talked about on
You're
YouTube.
kind of begging to say hi, but it's cool.
No,
I know.
I just mean like you shouldn't be shy and feel like you shouldn't say hi.
Because we are fans also.
Yeah, totally.
We are fans of creators. We're fans
Yeah.
of our fans.
Yep, that's exactly
It's
right.
amazing. I'm babbling. I'm sorry. I'm
He's
just
too excited.
I'm excited. I'm thankful. I
Yeah.
really what it is. I'm truly thankful that you tune in whenever you do to listen to us, to watch Dexter.
Yep.
And even take the time to comment. Truly, thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart.
Both of our hearts.
Both of our hearts, and especially Dexter.
Yes.
Really, I hope you guys had a great day.
Yeah.
And we will talk to you next time
From New Orleans.
for new ones. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.